And they will need to change things. But when we've talked about Tottenham, we've reflected on the injuries that they've had. With Manchester United, there were injuries and illness within the squad. In the build-up to this game, as he said, it was a very disruptive preparation because of that. It was changing almost on a daily basis. Is that enough to explain the performance and the result today, do you think?
Well, there's no doubt that losing Ahmad meant that they lost all the balance on that right-hand side of the pitch, and we saw what happened against Newcastle when Xerxes played in one of those he played in the left pocket that day and he had to go out to that side to defend. The problem was today it meant that Bruno Fernandes was asked to put in, I mean, not that a player should be worried about putting in a big shift. They all have to put in a big shift, but when your best player's having to basically sort of trek out 50 yards to Jed Spence and then trek back in and leave Casemiro on his own, I didn't.
And then when he gets the ball, he's tired.
He's knackered. I didn't think that was right. I just didn't think that was right. I mean, look, I'm sure that he's got problems because he's got no players to call upon who can play on that side. But for me, your best player should be reserved for winning you the game, and I didn't think it helped that at all in the first half. And it allowed Tottenham an easy out all the time. So for me, that was an issue. But look, he's right what he says. I mean, United had 2 or 3 big chances and didn't take it. The bigger concern is that the players aren't demonstrating in this system yet in any of the 20 games that Ruben Amorim has had, apart from maybe Liverpool away, that there is an entertainment and a performance level to this system. So look, they're going to have to be patient. The club, the players are going to have to be patient. Ruben Amorim's going to have to be patient. Everyone's going to have to be patient. But I would like to have seen the performance levels getting higher. That's the one thing under Erik ten Hag. You can't detach result from performance. You can win sometimes not playing badly, but it'll catch you out quite a lot if you continue to play at sort of an average level, and this is a very average level that United are performing at week in, week out, and that's why Crystal Palace are beating them amongst other clubs, and that's why Tottenham beat them today, because you're asking basically for players to take individual moments.
Let's look at the last 14 results. It's 14 points in that time in the Premier League. It's 12 defeats in their last 25. They haven't lost more games in their opening 25 games of a league season since 1973-74 when they were relegated. But these 14 that Ruben Amorim has taken charge of, the ones that he's responsible for, you talked about wanting to see improvement in performances under him. What have you seen that suggests that he's the right man to build Manchester United back?
The best thing about it so far has been actually his press conferences, and I think even today after the game, the way in which he communicates his vision and his idea, and that he wants to succeed at Manchester United and he feels he'll get it right. I don't think there's anything on the pitch that I've seen so far, either in results or performances, that tell me that we're watching a really good team. We're not. It's a really poor team, this United team.
But even if it's a poor team, there are ways in which to make even a poor team look better. Are they there?
He has died in a ditch in respect of when he said very early on, I'm not going to change my idea, so now he can't. And that's, I suppose, an issue in some ways, because I do think there were probably, with those 11 players he had out on the pitch there, a better way of probably getting them into a system which would have meant they'd have felt more comfortable. But he can't change that now because of what he said previously. He's really sort of stuck his flag in the ground, and sort of that's the way in which he's going to go down. But the performance levels are nowhere near good enough, and he'll know that. He had a very good team, by the way, at Sporting Lisbon. He had a fantastic team, so he knows what good looks like. He knows where he wants to take Manchester United to. The problem is, at this moment in time, it's just not happening at all.